I was destroyed, like on the ground, like crying. Like cause that's a loss.
Kelly Clarkson, the beloved pop star, has recently made headlines for her shocking revelations about her ex-husband Brandon Blackstock. In a candid and emotional tell-all, Clarkson opens up about the dark truths behind her seemingly fairy tale marriage, shedding light on a story of manipulation, betrayal, and ultimately, resilience. Kelly Clarkson is a name that needs no introduction. She's an incredibly talented singer, songwriter, and television personality who has captivated audiences for nearly 2 decades. But while her professional life has been marked by success after success, her personal life has been far more complex. In 2013, Clarkson married talent manager Brandon Blackstock in what seemed like a fairy tale romance. However, their relationship took a shocking turn, culminating in a messy divorce that began in 2020. Now, for the first time, Clarkson is opening up about the shocking truth behind her marriage to Blackstock. In this video, we'll dive into the details of their relationship, the signs of trouble that emerged, the divorce filing that shocked the world, and the stunning revelations Clarkson has shared about what really happened behind closed doors. Kelly and Brandon's relationship. Kelly Clarkson and Brandon Blackstock's love story began back in 2012. Blackstock, a talent manager, was actually the son of Clarkson's own manager, Narvel Blackstock. The two had known each other for years, but it wasn't until they reconnected at the Super Bowl that year that sparks really started to fly. They began dating shortly after, and their whirlwind romance quickly took off. Clarkson later revealed that she had feelings for Blackstock long before they started dating. In fact, she had a crush on him when they first met years earlier, but the timing wasn't right. When they finally got together, it seemed like fate had intervened. In October 2013, just a year after they started dating, Clarkson and Blackstock tied the knot in a beautiful ceremony in Tennessee. The intimate wedding took place at Blackberry Farm, a luxury resort in the Great Smoky Mountains. Clarkson looked radiant in a lace wedding gown, while Blackstock donned a classic black tuxedo. In interviews, Clarkson gushed about her new husband, describing him as the love of her life and her perfect match. She often spoke about how he understood her in a way that no one else did, and how he supported her dreams and ambitions. Over the next few years, their family grew as they welcomed 2 children together, a daughter, River Rose, in 2014, and a son, Remington Alexander, in 2016. Clarkson embraced motherhood wholeheartedly, often sharing adorable photos and anecdotes about her kids on social media. During this time, Clarkson frequently spoke about Blackstock in glowing terms. She praised him as an amazing father and a supportive partner who understood the demands of her career. They seemed like the perfect couple, balancing busy careers with a happy family life. Clarkson even collaborated with Blackstock professionally, as he served as her manager for several years. This arrangement seemed to work well at first, with Blackstock helping to guide Clarkson's career to new heights. However, despite the picture-perfect image they presented to the world, cracks were beginning to form in their relationship behind the scenes. As time went on, Clarkson's tone when discussing her marriage began to shift, hinting at the troubles that were brewing beneath the surface. Signs of trouble. While Kelly Clarkson and Brandon Blackstock's early years together seemed idyllic, signs of trouble started to emerge as time went on. It's hard to pinpoint exactly when the cracks in their relationship first appeared, but there were certainly hints that not everything was perfect. In interviews, Clarkson's effusive praise of Blackstock gradually became more muted. She spoke less about their relationship and focused more on her role as a mother and her career. When she did mention Blackstock, her comments were often brief and lacked the enthusiasm of earlier years. Rumors began to circulate about troubles in their marriage. There were whispers of disagreements and tensions, though nothing was ever confirmed. Clarkson, ever the professional, continued to focus on her work and rarely addressed the speculation directly. However, some began to notice a change in Clarkson's demeanor. She seemed stressed and strained at times, though she always managed to put on a brave face for her fans. There were also reports of Blackstock's controlling behavior behind the scenes. He was said to be very involved in Clarkson's career, sometimes to a point that raised eyebrows. These issues began to take a toll on Clarkson's professional life as well. She was juggling the demands of her music career, her talk show, and her role on The Voice, all while trying to maintain a happy family life. It was a lot for anyone to handle, and the strain was starting to show. Despite the growing signs of trouble, Clarkson and Blackstock managed to keep their private struggles out of the public eye for a long time. They continued to present a united front, even as the tensions in their relationship grew. The divorce filing. The world was shocked in June 2020 when news broke that Kelly Clarkson had filed for divorce from Brandon Blackstock after nearly 7 years of marriage. The filing cited irreconcilable differences as the reason for the split. Clarkson's representatives released a statement asking for privacy during this difficult time, emphasizing the couple's focus on co-parenting their children. The news sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and left fans wondering what could have gone wrong in what seemed like a solid, loving marriage. As details began to emerge, it became clear that the problems in Clarkson and Blackstock's relationship had been building for some time. The divorce filings hinted at a complex web of personal and professional issues that had driven the couple apart. One major point of contention was Blackstock's role as Clarkson's manager. There were allegations of professional misconduct and financial impropriety, with Clarkson claiming that Blackstock had acted unethically in his position. There were also reports of Blackstock's controlling and manipulative behavior towards Clarkson. Sources claimed that he had been emotionally abusive and had attempted to isolate Clarkson from her friends and family. These revelations painted a very different picture of the couple's relationship than the one they had presented to the public for so many years. Fans were stunned to learn of the alleged mistreatment Clarkson had endured behind closed doors. As the divorce proceedings got underway, it became clear that the split would be anything but simple. There were complex financial matters to be untangled, and a heated custody battle over the couple's children. Throughout it all, Clarkson remained relatively tight-lipped about the details of her divorce. However, as time went on, she began to open up more about her experiences and the shocking truths she had kept hidden for so long. Clarkson's shocking revelations. In the months following her divorce filing, Kelly Clarkson began to share more about the shocking truths behind her marriage to Brandon Blackstock. Her revelations painted a disturbing picture of a relationship that was far from the fairy tale it had appeared to be. One of the most shocking allegations Clarkson made was about Blackstock's controlling and manipulative behavior. She claimed that he had attempted to isolate her from her friends and family, and had even gone so far as to read her private emails and texts. Clarkson also alleged that Blackstock had been verbally and emotionally abusive throughout their marriage. She described incidents where he would belittle her, criticize her appearance, and make her feel small and worthless. Perhaps most disturbingly, Clarkson revealed that Blackstock had exploited her professionally in his role as her manager. She claimed that he had acted unethically, making decisions that benefited him financially rather than prioritizing her best interests. Clarkson alleged that Blackstock had pushed her to work excessive hours, even when she was physically and emotionally exhausted. She also claimed that he had mishandled her finances, taking a larger cut of her earnings than he was entitled to. In court filings, Clarkson painted a picture of a man who was driven by greed and a desire for control. She claimed that Blackstock had become increasingly erratic and hostile as their marriage deteriorated, making it impossible for her to continue working with him professionally. These revelations were shocking to fans who had followed Clarkson's career and personal life for years. Many expressed outrage at the alleged mistreatment she had endured and applauded her bravery in speaking out about her experiences. For Clarkson, coming forward with her story was a difficult but necessary step in her healing process. In a candid interview, she opened up about the toll the marriage had taken on her, describing feelings of depression, anxiety, and even thoughts of. She also spoke about the strength it had taken for her to finally leave the relationship and start rebuilding her life. Clarkson credited her children with giving her the courage to stand up for herself and create a healthier, happier future for their family. Despite the pain and trauma she had endured, Clarkson expressed hope for the future. She spoke about her desire to co-parent her children with Blackstock in a healthy, respectful way, despite their personal differences. Clarkson also emphasized the importance of self-love and knowing one's worth. She encouraged others who might be in similar situations to trust their instincts and reach out for help if needed. Throughout her ordeal, Clarkson found solace in her music. She channeled her emotions into her songwriting, creating powerful ballads that resonated with fans around the world. For Clarkson, music was a form of therapy, a way to process her pain and find strength in the midst of adversity. The legal battle. As Kelly Clarkson and Brandon Blackstock's divorce proceeded, the legal battle between them intensified. One of the most contentious issues was the custody arrangement for their two young children, River Rose and Remington Alexander. Both Clarkson and Blackstock sought primary custody of the children, leading to a heated dispute. Clarkson argued that she had been the children's primary caregiver, and that it was in their best interest to remain with her. Blackstock, meanwhile, sought a more equal custody arrangement. In addition to the custody battle, there were also significant financial issues to be resolved. As Clarkson's manager, Blackstock had been entitled to a portion of her earnings, and the couple had amassed significant assets during their marriage. Blackstock made substantial financial demands in the divorce, seeking spousal support and child support from Clarkson. He argued that he had made significant contributions to Clarkson's career and was entitled to a share of her ongoing earnings. Clarkson, however, fought back against these demands. She argued that Blackstock's actions as her manager had been unethical and that he had already benefited financially from their professional relationship. In court filings, Clarkson's legal team painted a picture of Blackstock as a man driven by greed who was willing to exploit his position for personal gain. They argued that his financial demands were excessive and unreasonable. As the legal battle played out, Clarkson scored several significant victories. In one notable ruling, a judge upheld the couple's prenuptial agreement, which had been a point of contention. This ruling protected Clarkson's premarital assets and limited Blackstock's ability to claim a share of her earnings. Clarkson was also granted primary custody of their children, with Blackstock receiving visitation rights. This decision was seen as a win for Clarkson, who had made her children's well-being her top priority throughout the divorce proceedings. Despite these victories, the legal battle is ongoing. There are still financial matters to be resolved, including the division of assets and any ongoing spousal or child support payments. Throughout the process, Clarkson has remained focused on moving forward with her life and career. She has continued to work on her music, her talk show, and her role on The Voice, all while navigating the challenges of single motherhood. Clarkson's healing and new chapter. In the wake of her divorce from Brandon Blackstock, Kelly Clarkson has focused on healing and starting a new chapter in her life. Central to this journey has been her role as a mother to her two young children, River Rose and Remington Alexander. Clarkson has spoken openly about the challenges of co-parenting with Blackstock, but has emphasized her commitment to creating a healthy, stable environment for her kids. She has prioritized their well-being above all else, working to shield them from the public scrutiny and legal battles surrounding the divorce. Professionally, Clarkson has continued to thrive. She has channeled her emotions into her music, writing and recording powerful songs that reflect her experiences and resonate with fans around the world. For Clarkson, music has been a form of therapy, a way to process her pain and find strength in the midst of adversity. Clarkson has also been candid about the importance of self-love and knowing one's worth. She has spoken about the hard-won lessons she's learned about setting boundaries, standing up for herself, and refusing to accept mistreatment in any form. Through her openness and honesty, Clarkson has become a role model for others who may be facing similar struggles. She has used her platform to raise awareness about the realities of toxic relationships and the importance of seeking help and support. As she looks to the future, Clarkson is focused on her own growth and healing. She has spoken about the work she's doing in therapy and the daily practices that help her stay grounded and centered, the impact on Clarkson's music. Throughout her career, Kelly Clarkson has been known for her honest and emotionally charged songwriting. Many of her most powerful songs have been inspired by her personal experiences, and her divorce from Brandon Blackstock was no exception. In the wake of her split, Clarkson channeled her pain and heartbreak into her music. She began writing songs that reflected the turmoil she was going through, using her art as a way to process her emotions and heal. One of the most poignant examples of this is her song Piece by Piece. Originally written about her absent father, the song took on new meaning in light of her divorce. The lyrics, which speak to the pain of abandonment and the struggle to trust again, resonated deeply with fans who had followed Clarkson's journey. Clarkson also addressed her divorce more directly in her music. In an interview, she spoke about a song she had written called Rock Hudson, which was inspired by the classic Hollywood star who kept his true self hidden from the public. For Clarkson, the song was a metaphor for her own experience of putting on a brave face while secretly struggling. As she continued to write and record, Clarkson found that her music was not only helping her heal, but also connecting with fans on a deeper level. Many people reached out to share their own stories of heartbreak and resilience, finding solace in Clarkson's honest and relatable lyrics. In a way, Clarkson's divorce had a silver lining. It allowed her to tap into a new level of emotional depth in her music and to create songs that spoke to the universal experiences of love, loss, and healing. As painful as the experience was, it also served as a reminder of the power of music to unite and uplift in times of struggle. The future for Clarkson and her children, 350 words. As Kelly Clarkson moves forward from her divorce, her top priority is creating a stable and loving environment for her children, River Rose and Remington Alexander. While the experience of going through a public divorce has been incredibly difficult, Clarkson has remained committed to shielding her kids from the drama as much as possible. In interviews, Clarkson has spoken candidly about the challenges of co-parenting with Brandon Blackstock. Despite their personal differences, she acknowledges that he will always be a part of their children's lives, and she is determined to maintain a respectful relationship for their sake. At the same time, Clarkson is also focused on her own healing and growth. She has spoken about the importance of therapy and self-care in helping her navigate this difficult time. She knows that in order to be the best mother she can be, she needs to prioritize her own well-being as well. Looking to the future, Clarkson has expressed hope for what lies ahead. She knows that the road to healing is a long one, but she is committed to the journey. She has spoken about her desire to create a new normal for her family, one that is built on love, respect, and open communication. Professionally, Clarkson shows no signs of slowing down. She continues to work on her music, her talk show, and her various other projects, all while navigating the demands of single motherhood. She has proven time and time again that she is a force to be reckoned with, both on and off stage. For Clarkson, the future is about more than just moving on from her divorce. It's about rediscovering herself and creating a life that aligns with her values and priorities. It's about being the best version of herself, for her children and for the fans who have supported her through thick and thin. As she looks ahead, Clarkson is filled with a sense of hope and determination. She knows that the road ahead won't be easy, but she also knows that she has the strength and resilience to face whatever challenges come her way. With her children by her side and her music in her heart, Kelly Clarkson is ready to embrace the next chapter of her life with open arms. Kelly Clarkson's journey has been one of incredible highs and devastating lows. Her marriage to Brandon Blackstock, which once seemed like a fairy tale, ultimately revealed itself to be a source of deep pain and trauma. Through her shocking revelations about the mistreatment she endured, Clarkson has shown immense bravery and resilience. She has used her platform to shine a light on the realities of toxic relationships and to encourage others who may be facing similar struggles to seek help and prioritize their own well-being. As Clarkson moves forward, she does so with a renewed sense of strength and purpose. She is focused on her music, her children, and her own personal growth and healing. Her story serves as a powerful reminder that even in the darkest of times there is always hope for a brighter future. We wish her all the best.